From Southern Colorado's high-definition news leader, this is News Channel 13, where the news comes first.
Thousands of people converged in Civic Center Park in Denver using this pot holiday to celebrate the legalization of marijuana in Colorado. We're live with a look at the gathering and the safety measures being taken today. Plus, drivers beware. Police are looking for someone who is trying to sabotage people driving in Colorado Springs and Fountain, setting up large rocks in the road to damage your car. And Christians are celebrating the resurrection of Jesus, sharing the message of Easter. Thanks for joining KRDO News Channel 13 at 5 o'clock. I'm Jonathan Petramala, and first up, you might say it's marijuana's answer to alcohol-fueled holidays like Mardi Gras. 420 has become its own quasi-holiday, and thousands of people are giving a new meaning to the Mile High City as they gather in Civic Center Park. And that's where we join KRDO News Channel 13's Rana Novini. Rana.
Hello, Jonathan. I'm actually on the steps of the state capitol to give you a better idea of across the street at Civic Park. You can just see behind me of how huge the celebration is. Estimates are that there's about 100,000 people here right now. There's music, there are vendors. We took some video from inside of the park a little bit earlier today. We want to show you. Now, police are also out here, and they're keeping an eye out for people who are smoking in public, even though marijuana is legal. The possession of and the sale of is legal in Denver. Smoking in public is not legal. So far today, they've issued 37 citations. 31 of those are for consumption. 3 people have been sent to detox. There are 4 other offenses, and 8 of those citations are actually from out of state. We've talked to a lot of people who are here for this celebration, who are from out of state, who say they wanted to support the cause of legalizing marijuana. And these citations, I talked to a police officer who said these are just civil violations. They're not criminal charges. They're not trying to get in the way of peaceful celebration, but they do have a job to do, and the people I spoke to don't seem to mind that police are out here just doing their job. Now, compared to last year, people are telling me that this is much more organized. I mean, remember last year there was a shooting and some other incidents that happened, but so far this year it seems a lot more organized. There are vendors here selling things for marijuana, so we're going to have a lot more to show you tonight at 10 o'clock, and maybe you're wondering what 420 actually means. We're going to have that answer for you as well. Reporting live in Denver, Rana Novini, KRDO News Channel 13.
Rana, thank you. And meanwhile, Pueblo County is also welcoming pot smokers with open arms. KRDO News Channel 13's Olivia Wilmson joins us from The Spot, that's formerly known as Nature's Remedy. It's new at 5. Olivia, many marijuana customers you talk to say that 420 is a bigger deal this year, right?
Is that up or down?
Yes, Jonathan. They say it feels like Colorado is the center of acceptance for pot, and that Pueblo County here is in the spotlight today. Now, check out the crowd here. We got a couple of people lingering from when 420 started. There is no public consumption of pot here, but plenty of partying for locals and out-of-staters. Mesmerizing entertainment, loud jams blasting from the stereo, and the green that attracts people to spend their green.
I'm excited. It's been great all weekend.
Pot smokers have been celebrating 420 for years and years, but today it's extra special.
Legal to smoke something that's been smoked for hundreds of years.
The first 420 in Pueblo County to buy the cannabis crave.
I was on the Hemp for Victory tour in 1994 with the founding father, Jack Hara, who passed away. So this means a lot to me and for the people that struggled to get us to this point.
The Marijuana Madness brings people from far and wide.
To support the Amendment 64. I mean, when we heard about it last year, we just wanted to come down.
I was coming back from Mexico, like I say. I thought I'd just take a detour through Colorado for the gummy bears.
Although it's not the turnout Denver gets.
Instead of people going all the way up to Denver, we're seeing a lot of people stopping in Pueblo. So Pueblo and Colorado Springs are going to benefit from this.
The potential for pot partaking is just what Pueblo County's been hoping for.
It's our New Year's Eve, so it's a really big celebration today.
Now, Pueblo police told me around 2:30 today that they have not given out any tickets or citations for any pot-related problems. Also, the Pueblo County Sheriff's Office told me they haven't had any problems either. Reporting live in Pueblo County, Olivia Wilmson, KRDO News Channel 13.
Olivia, thank you. So just how did April 20th become associated with marijuana? We asked many of you.
I heard it was a bunch of guys sitting around smoking pot, and they decided to have a holiday for smoking pot. Somebody looked at their watch and it was 4:20, and they said, 4:20.
No, but coming up tonight at 10, we will have the real origin of 420. And it was a beautiful day for Easter services here in southern Colorado. About 5,000 people walked through the doors at the First Presbyterian Church in downtown Colorado Springs. Over 300 people came to the 6 a.m. sunrise service, and it was the church's largest turnout in years.
This is one of the best days of the year. It's just, any Sunday's great, but this Sunday in particular, there's such a sense of celebration and joy, and to get to do it with our church family, it's wonderful. The special thing about Easter is the story that death doesn't have the last word, and that we have hope.
As you probably know, today's the day Christians believe Jesus was raised from the dead 3 days after he was crucified. It's the holiest day on the Christian calendar. And Red Rocks Amphitheater, beautiful place to observe Easter. Thousands of people gathered for a sunrise service there, and thousands more joined online. This is the third year the service has been streamed live on the internet. Skies were clear at this year's service, and skies were clear and beautiful. It was a very mild day for those sunrise services that many of you participated in, right, Jay?
Jonathan, temperatures were sitting in the 50s in lots of places around southern Colorado this morning. This afternoon, we had begun to pick up some rain. If you're wondering what area needs the rain the most, well, the answer is pretty obvious. It's the southeastern plains. That's the area that's getting the rain at this hour. As we look at our Skyscan satellite and radar, we can see that rain off to the east of Interstate 25 as you head into southeastern portions of the Centennial State. Zooming in now to the area in question, the area that's seeing those heaviest showers and isolated rumbles of thunder too, as you head again east of the interstate, south of Highway 50, south of La Junta, and also as you head down toward the southeastern portion of the state, south of Springfield into northern portions of Oklahoma and also northeastern New Mexico. Los Animas, Bennett County Courthouse, we have 61 degrees, and we have seen some rain. You see how wet the streets are at this hour. The winds are calm at U.S. Highway 50 and Highway 101. It's not raining everywhere. It's not raining here in the Springs, for example. 69 degrees with a mix of sun and clouds for us, the American Furniture Warehouse camera. As we look at Pueblo, 6th Street and Midtown Circle with our Chieftain Studio camera, 72 degrees. And the winds are calm at this hour. Around the rest of the region, it's 66 at the Springs Airport and 73 at Pueblo. So outdoor plans, you were able to put on the shorts and toss aside the jackets as the afternoon went on. Temperatures sitting in the 60s in the plains and 40s and 50s. As you head in the mountains, there are some lower 60s as well. Evening planner for southern Colorado calls for a continued chance for those showers and storms, Jonathan, as we have an upper level disturbance making its way through the state. We'll have the complete details in that 7-day forecast coming up in just a couple of minutes.
Okay, Jay, thank you. Well, Fountain Police say someone is trying to sabotage drivers, leaving large rocks on a major road to damage their cars. Officers say it's a problem near Powers and Fontaine Avenue on El Paso County's southeast side. KRDO News Channel 13's Carl Winder reports talks with police who want to need your help, rather, to catch those responsible.
It's extremely dangerous.
Well, I can't imagine how anybody in his right mind would do something like that.
Big rocks that are meant for landscaping are creating problems for drivers on Powers.
We have unknown people laying large rocks across the roadway.
It's also a hassle for police.
We'll come up, we'll stop on the shoulder of the roadway, turn our emergency lights on, and we'll remove the debris from the roadway.
Fountain Police Lieutenant Ron Reeves is especially worried about his teen drivers.
I have children, and it's extremely concerning to me because of their experience level on the roadway is not that of a veteran driver.
Officers say this is the kind of rock being placed on Powers, and if this gets run over at a high speed, it can cause major damage, like a tire blowing out or ruining anything underneath the vehicle.
Alan DeMello lives near Powers and drives on the road every day. He says he will keep a closer eye on the street when he drives.
Definitely watch out for those boulders.
Other neighbors say they're going to warn their kids.
To have, to be more watchful, more careful, maybe a slower speed so you can react faster.
Fountain Police say they are working with State Patrol and El Paso County to find out who is putting the rocks on the road. In El Paso County, Carl Winder, KRDO News Channel 13.
Officers say more than a dozen drivers have had their cars damaged since last summer. The people involved face multiple counts of felony reckless endangerment and criminal mischief. If you have any information regarding that, please call Fountain Police or Pikes Peak Crime Stoppers at 634-STOP. Pueblo police are still searching for a man wanted in connection with a series of drive-by shootings in Pueblo. 27-year-old Ramon Gomez is considered a person of interest in the shooting. Police say he has an outstanding warrant for a parole violation. If you see him, call Pueblo Crime Stoppers at 542-STOP. On Friday night, a Crime Stopper tip led police to arrest 29-year-old Michael Gonzalez. Gonzalez is also a person of interest in the drive-by shootings. A memorial service marking a Southern Colorado massacre 100 years ago. A look from Ludlow today, where people massacred by the Colorado National Guard are being honored. Plus, they're finally getting the chance to finish. The organizer of the Boston Marathon shared a message with those who are back to run again this year. And he was never supposed to walk or talk again, but now a Colorado Springs football player is doing the unthinkable. It's coming up tonight in our Sunday night sports special at 10:45. Plus, please join us to raise money for babies right here in our community. There will be 2 events next weekend for the March of Dimes, one in Colorado Springs at UCCS and another in Pueblo at Gateway Park. For more information, just head over to KRDO.com and look for the March for Babies banner. More than 100 people joined in mourning today, marking 100 years since the Ludlow massacre. A Greek Orthodox service was held today in Ludlow. People passed a flame from one candle to the next in remembrance of the victims. On April 20th, 1914, a fight broke out between striking coal miners and the Colorado National Guard. Fire sparked from that battle, killing 11 children and 2 women who were trying to escape the violence. Today also marks 15 years since the Columbine High School shooting. 12 students and 1 teacher were killed in the shooting. People gathered yesterday to remember the victims and lay flowers at the memorial. Preparations are underway for tomorrow's Boston Marathon. More runners will be running this year than ever before. It's because organizers of the event are also allowing those who weren't allowed to finish last year's run to run again this year. Today, the race director spoke to a group of runners who have returned to finish.
You earned the right, and I'm so glad you're all back. This is going to be the safest place on the planet on Monday.
Runners won't be allowed to wear backpacks this year. Police plan to have 3,500 officers on patrol. Jay?
Jonathan, a nice start to our morning as we go out to our work and school plans. You see your bus stop forecast for southern Colorado. Calls for temperatures to be sitting in the middle to upper 40s in the Springs and in Pueblo with partly cloudy skies and a mild start. As we go through Woodland Park in Canyon City, we'll see similar type conditions. We'll have the complete 7-day forecast coming up next. We continue to track some showers and rumbles of thunder that are making their way through southeastern Colorado this hour. 67 degrees as we look at our camera at Gobbler's Knob. You see those dark clouds off in the distance as we look from the far southeastern corner of the state. This is what it looks like on the live HD Doppler radar. The bulk of the showers are to the south of Highway 50, south of La Junta as you head down into northern portions of New Mexico, extreme northwestern Oklahoma. And yes, there have been some rumbles of thunder as you head into western portions of Kansas, right near the state line. There's Springfield right there, and south of Springfield as you head into northern Oklahoma, northern New Mexico. Outside of that, the rest of the region is seeing only scattered showers at this hour. And as we put the Skyscan maps into motion, you see the reason that we are picking up some rain in southeastern Colorado. It's an upper level disturbance, that nice counterclockwise circulation that shows up on your screen. It's going to continue to push its way off to the northeast, and that will give us a continued chance for some rain as we go through the rest of the evening. In the Colorado Springs area, A Street and Abbott Lane, a mix of sun and clouds, 61 degrees our current temperature. From Pueblo West, Highway 50 and Purcell Boulevard, nice dark clouds, and there will be some rain in the Pueblo West area before too much longer. 70 degrees, the temperature of the Parkview Medical Center camera. 66 in the Springs, 73 in Pueblo. Temperatures are in the 60s in the plains and 40s and 50s in the mountains. As you look at your Skycast, you notice that chance for showers fades as we go through the overnight between our Sunday and Monday, but it does return on Monday afternoon after low temperatures tonight with all those clouds are held in check, sitting in the lower to middle 40s, 42 at the Springs, 45 at Pueblo, near 50 in the plains, and 30s and 40s in the mountain regions. Skycast, satellite and radar. You'll notice that this is the projected satellite radar. This is what we think it's going to look like as we go through our Monday afternoon. The bulk of the precipitation will be off to the west of Interstate 25, and some of those showers could spill their way in the northern portions of our area north of Colorado Springs. Skycast precipitation Precipitation, widespread totals of a 1/4 inch or less, but heavy snow is possible in the wet and sun-graded Crystal Mountains, as much as 4 to 6 inches before it's all said and done. Springs downtown tonight, there could be a crack or two of thunder as the showers are going to end. That gives way to partly cloudy skies. 42 is a low for tonight. 67 the high as we go through our day tomorrow. Winds out of the east at 10 to 15. At the Pueblo Riverwalk, 45 degrees for tonight. Showers ending and then partly cloudy skies. Then as we go through the day tomorrow, we'll see high temperatures top out in the lower 70s, partly sunny skies and mild again. The chances for showers are somewhat higher in the western portion of Pueblo County than they are in the east. Colorado Springs, your 7-day forecast. High temperatures are going to top out in the middle 70s by Tuesday. Then we see them drop off into the mid to upper 60s Thursday and Friday, only to rebound into the weekend. Pueblo, your 7-day forecast, you touch 80 on Tuesday. Then we drop back to the lower to middle 70s. Temperatures are going to be sitting in the 30s and 40s for the lows. Canyon City 7-day forecast. A chance for showers and storms is back in the forecast by next Sunday. High temperatures are going to be sitting in the mid-upper 70s on Tuesday, and then they'll drop off by Thursday and Friday. Teller County, you'll see a chance for rain and snow tomorrow in the higher elevations above 11,000 feet. Then you see a dry stretch of weather set up until next weekend.
All right, Josh, join us now. Let's look at sports.
Yeah, rookie leads the way for the Avalanche. We'll have that story coming up for you next in sports.
Now, Josh Williamson with Southern Colorado's award-winning sports.
Good evening. Well, the Avalanche are proving they can get it done with a mix of young talent and savvy veterans. The best of the young talent and maybe the best on the team is 18-year-old Nathan MacKinnon, who is already making heads turn in the first round of the playoffs. Rob Namnoom had a chance to watch him in person during Game 2 against the Wild.
Thank you, Josh. It's truly remarkable what Nathan MacKinnon has done during his first 2 ever Stanley Cup playoff games. So where does he get this poise, and how did he develop this presence on the ice? He attributes it to something his father told him when he was a young hockey player.
Growing up, my dad always kind of told me to forget about the best game, or sorry, not the best game, but the previous game, and focus on the next game. And you know, Jiggy as well. You know, he always said that the best players in the world have a short memory. And obviously, it's nice to have some success, but you know, if I want to be a consistent player in this league, especially in the playoffs, I need to forget pretty quickly.
I can tell you something we won't forget: MacKinnon's first ever Stanley Cup playoff goal, a mesmerizing ankle breaker.
When you got to the bench, did you look up and watch it again on the replay?
Yeah, I did. I won't lie about that. Obviously, it's my first playoff goal, so it's pretty exciting.
It's one thing to have a lot of skill and a lot of talent, but when you put that together with hard work and smartness and hockey sense, certainly he's been successful.
You see the power he has on the ice, and you see the maturity he has on the ice and off the ice, and it's fun to see.
After Game 2, Avs captain Gabriel Landeskog says, now we fully understand why there was so much hype surrounding Nathan MacKinnon before last year's NHL draft. And just think, there were those who thought maybe the Avalanche should have taken Seth Jones. Well, it looks like Joe Sakic made the right pick in last year's NHL draft. Reporting from the Pepsi Center, Rob Namnoom for KRDO News Channel 13 Sports.
All right, coming up tonight, we've got a Sunday night sports special that we're beginning tonight, and we're going to have every Sunday night. And coming up tonight is a special one at 10:45 with Alice Burke, who is 26 years old. His journey of, he suffered a stroke, and his journey of trying to get back. You'll hear that coming up tonight at 10 in the sports special.
Yeah, it's a really good story. Yeah. I was able to get a sneak peek of it. It's really good. Definitely stay tuned. Definitely. Absolutely. Well, it's also prom season. Thousands of high school teens around the country have to get up the courage to try and ask for a date. But one school is punishing a high school senior for who he asked to prom. That's next. Well, a Pennsylvania high school student is suspended for asking Miss America to prom. Now Miss America is making a plea to the school to reconsider his punishment. That's the cell phone video captured the moment when 18-year-old Patrick Farbs asked her. It was during a school assembly after Nina Davaluri, spoke to students. Davaluri says no, but the school says that they found out Farbs was planning this ahead of time, and they asked him not to do it. His suspension is 3 days, and he will be allowed to go to prom, though. Not with her, of course,
right,
but at least he's able to go to prom.
Yeah.
Skyscan satellite radar shows that there is some shower activity. There are some showers east of Interstate 25, south of Highway 50. It's all an upper level disturbance, gentlemen, that's making its way through the southeastern portion of the state, an area that really, really needs some rain. So this is absolutely positively great news. Los Animas has seen some wet streets, as we have seen some rain there today. 61 degrees at the Benton County Courthouse. Woodland Park, no rain yet for you. 57, Woodland Park Chamber of Commerce and Visitor Center camera shows us that temperatures are on the mild side there too. 66 in the Springs, 73 in Pueblo, 60s in the Plains, and 50s in Springfield, where we have seen some rain already this afternoon. On our way down to the lower to middle 50s by midnight, and there will continue to be a chance for more showers and storms. Keep the umbrella handy as you head out to your late Sunday evening plans.
Well, it's not all about Easter baskets and chocolate eggs for the Easter Bunny. This is A-Basin today. The Easter Bunny decided to show up there along with his partner, the Easter Chicken. Kids were able to, yeah, the Easter Chicken. Still good snow up there in A-Basin. And stay tuned tonight at 10 o'clock. We'll have a lot more. Good night.